Busy moms, if you are considering taking Ozempic, make sure you watch this video first. I'm gonna share with you the pros, the cons, and as someone who has taken Ozempic before, I'm gonna give you my unbiased opinion and tell you what I think you should do. And if you don't know who I am, welcome to my channel. My name is Campolo. I am the founder of the Strong Her Project. We are an invite-only coaching program that specializes in helping women over 40 get in the best shape of their life using science-backed principles. So if you are looking to make a change, if you have 20 to 50 pounds that you want to lose in the next 6 months, make sure you check out the link below. Now, I am someone who used to be 100 pounds overweight. So I struggled with my weight for many, many years. As a kid, I was obese. I was classified by my doctor as obese. And I started my journey about 20 years ago. I had no information, had nothing to go by. So I just started running every day, eating chicken and broccoli. And it worked, and I dropped the weight pretty quickly, but then I had a bunch of loose skin, which led me to join a gym and start building up my body. So over the last 20 years, I've tried a lot of things. I know what works, what doesn't work. And that's why, in this video, I wanted to share my personal experience with Ozempic, because as someone who has struggled with food addiction and has struggled, with an eating disorder, I want to just give you my unbiased opinion as far as if I think Ozempic is helpful, if it's hurtful, and what I think as far as the long-term effects once you stop the medication. Now, first, we just have to understand, what is Ozempic? Well, Ozempic is considered a GLP-1. What that simply means is it just slows your gastric emptying. So essentially, when you eat, it just helps you to slow down the digestion process so you feel fuller for longer. That's really all it does. Ozempic could help in a lot of ways, and one way that it really helped me was it just really helped me to block out the food noise. I am someone who is an emotional eater. I'm a stress eater. If I'm having a rough day, if I'm sad, if I'm angry, if I'm just stressed, I tend to go eat my emotion. But one thing I found when I was on Ozempic, I really didn't have those urges too much, because I just didn't. I didn't have the urge to go to the grocery store and go buy sweets and snacks. I didn't have the urge to go binge eat. So in that sense, Ozempic was actually helpful. Now, the biggest issue I see with people on Ozempic, and I do have a handful of clients who are on the drug, is that all people do is they just eat less food, but they're still eating the same crappy processed food that led to them being overweight in the first place. So essentially, all they're doing is they're reducing their weight, but they're just shrinking and becoming a smaller version of themselves. They're not healthier. They're not gaining any lean muscle. They don't look better. They actually end up looking flabbier, softer, and ultimately having loose skin as well. So the thing that I always try to explain to people is, listen, if you want to go on Ozempic, I'm okay with it, but make sure you're doing it in the right way. Make sure that you're structuring it with a healthy eating plan. Make sure you're giving your body plenty of nutrients. Make sure you're getting your protein in, and make sure you're actually following an exercise plan. Because if you're just taking Ozempic just to lose weight, but you're not making any changes to your actual lifestyle, you're not trying to eat healthier, you're not trying to move your body more, you're not trying to actively, build muscle and increase your metabolism, then you are actually going to be in a much worse off state after Ozempic than when you started. Because all you're gonna end up doing is losing muscle mass. You're gonna end up decreasing your bone density, which is really, really important for ladies. And ultimately, you'll be slowing down your metabolism, because when you lose weight, that doesn't just mean you're losing body fat. Weight loss means you're losing body fat, you're losing muscle tissue, and you're losing bone density. All of those things contribute to your metabolic function. And ultimately, if you're reducing your muscle mass, guess what? Now your metabolism is slowing down. So you're gonna be burning less calories at rest. And that is a recipe for disaster, especially as you get older, especially as you hit 40 and above. It's gonna throw your hormones out of whack. It's gonna make fat loss feel almost impossible once you get off the medication. And here's the thing, Ozempic is not meant to take for the rest of your life. I know there are some studies that suggest that you can take it for the rest of your life, but the truth is, we don't really know the long-term side effects of this drug. This drug was initially created to be a diabetes medication, and they found that it had, great weight loss application because a lot of the people taking it were eating less. So in summary, I am not opposed to Ozempic. I am not against Ozempic. I am someone who has actually taken it and tried it in an effort to help with my binge eating years ago. And it did have some positive application for, helping me avoid the stress and the binge eating. But I was also following a healthier diet. I was also exercising, 3 to 5 days per week. I was actively focused on building muscle, and I was actively focused on getting my protein in. So if you want to use Ozempic as a cheat code to help facilitate this new lifestyle change, then that's really where I see the most positive benefits coming from it, where, maybe you hire a coach, maybe you now have that support system there to show you how to eat properly, to show you how to exercise properly. So now you're using the medication to your advantage. You're not just giving yourself a shot every single week and you're eating less junk food and therefore you're losing weight on the scale, but your actual overall health is declining. So just make sure if you're gonna take the drug, if you're gonna take Ozempic, again, just consider all your options. Make sure that you're in a position to make a lifestyle change with it, because if you don't, if you are just looking for pure weight loss, you will get weight loss, but you're gonna end up with a bunch of metabolic issues, a bunch of hormonal issues, and these are gonna lead to big problems down the road, and you're gonna create an even bigger issue that you're gonna have to get fixed. So again, if you're gonna take it, be smart, make sure you're changing your lifestyle, make sure you're making the smart decision when it comes to exercise, getting your steps in, eating a protein-rich diet. These things is what greatly contributes to your overall health and increased metabolism and just overall longevity in your life. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I do have a free Facebook group as well. So, if you're a woman who wants to just be part of a community of other like-minded ladies who wanna lose weight, who wanna, burn body fat, who wanna build muscle, I teach in that group every single day. I'm sharing strategies and tips and tricks on how you could lose the weight and also make it a lifestyle and live your best life ever. So if you want the link to that, I'll post it below in the description. And as always, please let me know if you want to see any other topics from me. If there's a subject that you want me to address, whether it's nutrition, whether it's a diet, whether it's a training plan, whatever it is, drop it below in the comments, because I make these videos for you to help you and educate you. And as someone who is a full-time fat loss coach for women, that's why I am here. So until the next video, stay blessed. See ya.